Hello everyone. So in this quick how-to video, we just want to quickly show you how you can access the new Perch system and how you can very easily and quickly set up your user profile so that you can use the system to check out clubs, associations, and events, participate in online forums, and so on and so forth throughout the year. Very important note, so to access your system, it's going to be wlu.campusvibe.ca. We will be putting up a custom URL in the near future, and we will update on you with that URL as well. But you can always use this one as a default as well. So if you put this URL either into a internet browser on your computer, on your mobile phone, or on your tablet, you can create your user profile from any of those devices. So wlu.campusvibe.ca, and then hit the login button. As soon as you hit the login button, we are going to redirect you to the Laurier specific login page, where you're going to use your Laurier credentials that you already use for everything else on campus to log into the system. No need to create a new username or password. Once I hit the login button, you will now get dropped into the Perch's automated profile setup. So now we want to create a user profile specific to the Perch. So from this page, you tell us type in your first name, type in your last name, click next. This is where you put in your email address of choice. Very important note here, you're going to be using your Laurier credentials to log into the system, but when it comes to the email address on file for your profile, you can put whatever email address you prefer. It does not have to be your Laurier email address. For this purpose, if anything gets sent out of the Perch and needs to notify you, we were going to send that notification to whatever email address you put in here. Then we hit next. Please tell us your program of study. So go through the list and tell us, your program of study. If you're a staff on the club's team, then obviously you can use this option, but this will all be vetted by the system administrators. Then I hit the next button. Then I must also identify what campus that I'm studying on. So if I'm on the Brantford campus or the Waterloo campus, if you're a student from any other campus, don't worry about it. We recommend using the Waterloo campus for now. Then we hit next. You're going to have to tell us whether you're a student, faculty association president, governance coordinator, whatever it is. All of these pieces of information will be vetted by the admin team as well. Then you complete it by hitting sign up, get started, and now you're in the system. Now that you're into the Perch, we can use it to explore club events, faculty associations events, events by campus, or all. We can look through all of the different campuses on all of the clubs on different campuses, all the faculty associations, how-to videos and resource pages, and online forums for you to discuss with system administrators or other students in the system as well. We do recommend at this point, although you've created the minimal amount of information to have a profile, we do recommend that you hit the top right button, go to your My Profile page, and complete all of the options in your user profile. Most importantly, please upload a user profile image. If you'd like to add your student number, your phone number, any sort of academic description, year of study, your hometown, all of this stuff is here for you as well, bio included. But most importantly that we see here on this My Profile page moving forward in the Perch, as you sign up for clubs and associations, register for events, maybe apply to create new events and groups, all of that information is going to be tracked for you here in your profile in your involvement tracker. And so year over year, over your 4, 5, 10 years at Laurier, you'll be able to track all of your involvement year over year. Your profile also gives you the ability to add your personal social media accounts. So if you want to come in and add any personal websites, Facebook, Twitter, Google, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn, whatever the case may be, you can put the links and the usernames to your personal accounts in here. Do not put your club-specific or association-specific accounts in here because we'll ask you to associate those with your actual club and association pages moving forward. That's it for this video. If you have any questions, please contact the Students' Union Club and Associations team. Thank you. Okay, folks, so in this few-minute video, now we want to show you how you can use the new Perch system to apply for a new club on campus or a new faculty association on campus. So, again, as with all these videos, the first thing you want to do is come to wlu.campusvibe.ca. Again, there could be a custom link that the student union releases in the near future, and we'll let you know what that is, but this will always be a fail-safe as well. So this is how we get to the Perch. When it comes to creating a club, creating an event, or creating a faculty association, you must do this from a laptop or desktop computer. All of the forms and functionality related to that are not available on the mobile system. So now that we're at the system link, we hit login. Again, you're going to get punted over to the Laurier login screen. So I put in my login information and I get dropped into the Perch. If I'm trying to create a club or a faculty association, I can do it from any of these pages. If I'm on the All Clubs page, or if I'm on the All Faculties page, any of these group pages, really we're going to the same master group page, just with different tags and filters selected. So from any of these group pages, I can hit the Create Group button. And this is where we're going to start our initial club or faculty association application. So this first piece of the application is really just to get you started in the system, and we use the information that you populate here to provide you a club or association homepage, club or association management dashboard, and so on and so forth. After you submit this initial proposal, then all the custom requirements mandated by the Students' Union will load up in a dashboard for you. So first you hit Create Group. Now you get to decide, am I trying to create a club or a faculty association? The process is virtually the exact same for both. So I'll go with club, for example, and now I hit Create Group. So there are some mandatory fields that you must fill out. So group name, I'll call this one the training club for the training video. Who should join is a mandatory field. You can get away with just putting the word anyone, but maybe it's a chess club, so you put anyone who likes chess, or anyone in the engineering association, or whatever the case may be. So I'll put anyone for now. We highly recommend that you also put in a group banner so your group homepage is engaging. You can also add a group description for your club or association. Really, this is going to be your about us, or your mission statement, or your objective statement as a club or an association. So you can type all that information in here. It's mandatory, and you can use our formatting tools to jazz up that content. That includes colors, a couple of different fonts, indentation and alignments, links, pictures, whatever the case may be. Then you hit the next button. The next mandatory field would be your email address. We do have an email address on file for you as an individual user, and we will auto-populate that here. If you want to change that to have a different primary contact email specific for this club, then you can change that here as well. These are optional fields that you can come and fill in later, but we do highly recommend that you make all of your social media accounts and websites connected to this homepage. So anybody that views this homepage could very easily quickly find you on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is. So you can put in your URLs to websites, Instagram, account names, and so on and so forth. We hit next. Don't worry about this page because you're not allowed to charge fees. And if you try to put in a fee in here, you won't be allowed to do so. And then you get to the very last page of this process. So essentially each club or group in the system or faculty association has a profile. And we use this profile to make it more easy, make it easier for Laurier students to find you in the front end of the system. So to complete your profile, please tell us what type of group you are. Are you a club, faculty association, or program association? What category of group you are, academic, charitable, etc., etc. Are you associated with a specific program type or not? Obviously, student union clubs would just pick this option, but everybody else, all of your associations would have to pick the faculty, that they're most closely related to. If you want, this campus selector is very important as well. It's about visibility for your club. If I say Waterloo campus, that means that only users at the Waterloo campus will see the club. If I see Brantford, only Brantford users will see it. If I select none, then that means the group will not be specifically tied to any campus, and that all users of all campuses would be able to see your club. So we highly recommend that you do it this way if you want more visibility across the whole school. Then we get into any notes that you might have or suggestions or questions to pass on to your clubs and associations team who would be approving this. And then the last option that you have is, do you want to control people joining your group or not? If you make the selection, membership needs approval, that means anybody that tries to join your club or association will have to wait until you get either accept or reject their membership application. If this is not selected, then anybody can join your group without needing your permission. Once you complete this, you hit the submit button and await further instructions by email. So the Perch system itself will send you an email with the next set of instructions that you have to follow, and those sets of instructions you will complete in your club or association management dashboard. That management dashboard will load up automatically the moment you hit the submit button. If you have any other questions, please let the club and associations team know at the Students Union, and have a great day. Thanks. Hi everyone, how you doing? In this video, we're going to show you the second stage of compliance requirements when it comes to creating a new club or faculty association in the Perch. If you remember from our first video, we took you through how you went through the initial create group process to create a new club or faculty association and complete the group profile for the Perch system. If you remember at the end of that video, we finished it with hitting the submit button, and we're going to pick up from that moment on now. So you went through the create group process, you submitted for approval. Once you submitted for approval, you would have signed a terms of agreement document that would have popped up automatically. Now let's assume at that point that you log out of the system and you're awaiting further instructions. So the first thing that happens when you would hit submit to that for that club or association is you would have received this email. Hello, first name, thank you for submitting your club and association for approval. It'll be reviewed in the next 5 business days. If you have any questions, let us know. Now, if we want to take a look at the status of this club application, I can always click on the link that I get from the email. Now, if I just want to go view the club page, obviously I can do this from my phone, but if I actually want to go into the management dashboard and do some work on this club for my compliance, then I have to do that from a computer. So I clicked on the link. I can click on the link to bring me to the club homepage. I'll show you that again. The other link that you get in the email will actually give you a link directly into your management dashboard for this club. But you would have to log in first. So you get to your club page. We hit login. You put in your Laurier credentials that we use for everything else and log in. Ooh. There we go. So once you're logged into the system, because you've already submitted a group for approval, that means you are a leader of that group. There's a couple of different ways that you can find your group. Obviously, you can go to the club's page and search it by name, or the association's page and search it by name. You could do it right from the home page and search it by name here. But I think it's the best way to do this would be to click on your profile image, go to My Groups. From My Groups, you're going to see groups that you're a member of, but more importantly, groups that you're a leader of, group leaderships. So if I come to this group leaderships, I see the training video club that I'm working on. I can click on dashboard to get into my management dashboard from here. So if you remember when we last left off, you had hit the submit button, a terms of agreement document would have popped up, and you signed that terms of agreement document to log that piece of compliance in your checklist. Now, if we're looking at this email, what else do I have to do to complete my compliance requirements? You will get what we call provisional approval from the admin teams at the Students Union. They're going to look over your initial application with the name of the club and the tagging system and the contact information and so on and so forth, and they're going to give you what we call provisional approval. Once you get provisional approval, you're going to get a second email in your email inbox, and it will look like this. Hello, Jason, your club or association, and it'll give you the name of the club, has been provisionally approved. You're almost there. Now, to get fully ratified, you must complete these steps from your dashboard. ID your membership team and invite them to the system. Organize your club or association executive team. Prepare and submit a constitution. You've already signed the terms of agreement, but you might want your other club executives or association executives to sign it as well. And you must also submit your budget. How do we do this? We do it all from that same dashboard page. So let's go through them step by step. First step would be to invite your members into the system. How are we going to do that? The easiest way for you to do that is to come in and, Let me just show you quickly. The easiest way to do that is to share your group from the home page. So you're in the dashboard at the moment, click on group homepage. And from your group homepage, you have a social media share button. You can share to Facebook, Facebook Messenger, or Twitter. So if you have friends, club members, association members that have already liked a Facebook page for the club or association, you can share it to that page. You can share it to someone directly to their Facebook. Or maybe more usefully, maybe you have a Facebook Messenger group with all your potential club members and you want to get it out that way. So it's just a matter of hitting share to Facebook or share to Facebook Messenger. Pick, what you want to say, and you want to put it in your own timeline, a page that you manage, an event, whatever the case may be. In the case of Facebook Messenger, you can do the same thing, and then you can pick, you can actually type in friends' names, type in a message, and then send it off as well. The goal is that we're going to send them a clickable link to come in, click on the link, and join the club within the Perch. What does that do for you? If we look at your compliance checklist in your dashboard, you're going to have a membership requirement. So if you are a Waterloo club, you need to have 20 members. If you're a Brantford club, you need to have 10 members. So share to social media and get those people to click on the link and come in and join the group. Yes, I mentioned that you must use a computer to access these management dashboards, but easy functions like signing up and checking out a group, your members can do that even by clicking on the link from their phone or their tablets as well. So that's sort of step number one. How do we invite your membership into the system? The next thing that we're going to do is, once we have some members in here, we also want to ID our leadership team. So it will tell you in your compliance checklist how many leaders you must have to meet the requirement. And to add them in, you come to the leadership button. You hit add leader, and you can now type in the name of any of your members. Very important note here, you can only create a leadership position for someone who is a member of the club. So if someone has not come in here and hit join club yet, then you're not going to be able to type in their name and give them a leadership position. So that's a very important note. So you can type in, for example, Jason's name. It would auto-populate his profile. You can give him a title, president, or VP, or whatever it is, and then you hit the add button. Once that is added, now whoever's on this leadership team would also have access to this compliance management dashboard to help you run the club or the association moving forward. So if we go back to our compliance checklist in the dashboard page, now we've done the membership requirements and the leadership requirements. The next step down, if we look at our email, would be to prepare and submit the Constitution. How do we do that here? We're going to look at view details. We can download the sample Constitution, so we can download here or download using this. The Students' Union has given you a sample Constitution that you can use as a reference. So you can download that Word doc here, and then when you're ready to use it, so I downloaded here, it's a Word doc that I can use and edit. It's a template that you can use. And when you're ready to upload your own, you hit the Update Constitution button, you X out the templated version, and you upload your own. Finally, if we look at on the compliance checklist, the terms of agreement or the disclaimer statement that must be signed by leaders. Obviously, when you did the original create group process, that you signed it when it popped up. But if you want other members or other leaders of your group to sign it, then they have the ability to come and do that here as well. You also have the ability to download it and save it for your records. While you're managing this group, if you ever have questions about how to get any of these things done, please use the chat box here that we call leader notes. So if you're a leader of this group, you can come in and ask questions, send those questions off, and your club and association administrators from the Students' Union will come in here and answer your questions, and they will email you the answer of to your questions, so that way you know there's new notes for you waiting in the dashboard. The last step that you must complete before you submit for full ratification, so we did submission of Constitution and Terms of Agreement. Now the last thing you need to do is submit your budget. So in your dashboard, anything that's related to any form that the Students' Union wants you as leaders of clubs and associations to fill out, you will always have visibility to those forms from your dashboard. Very important that you look at the leader form section. So in the case of a budget, you would come in, click on this forms area. We will have a budget form available for you here. They're just not available at the moment, but this is where you will see it. You will click on the form here. It'll open up the form. You will fill out the budget form, upload your budget spreadsheet to that form, and submit it for approval. Once you've completed all of those steps, you can now submit your group for full approval. Press this button and then await further instructions in your email coming in from the clubs and associations team. If you have any questions, do please let us know. A couple of quick notes on what else is available to you here in your dashboard. Obviously, you have full historical data around leadership and members of your group. You can fill out forms to submit them for approval here and track your submissions that you've submitted using the submission section. We've also given you the power to create your own forms as leaders of your group. So leader forms is you submitting forms to the Students Union, and member forms are you creating forms that you want your group members to fill out. In, for example, a waiver. So you could come in and create your own waiver form and then track the submissions as your members fill them out as well. If you have any questions, please let the clubs and associations team know. Thanks very much. Hello everyone, in this quick video we want to teach you how you can use the new Perch system to apply for a club event, a faculty association event, or a general event if you're a students union event coordinator, for example. So as club and association leaders, we will only accept applications for events on behalf of your club and association. If you're applying for an event as an individual person, that might get rejected and you be asked to start from scratch to apply on behalf of your club or association. So again, how do we access the Perch system? We always come to wlu.campus5.ca, and when the Students Union comes out with their own custom URL, we'll let you know what that is as well. When it comes to applying for an event, you must also always do this from the desktop version of the system. So from a computer, laptop, or sometimes you can get away with a tablet if it's got a very large screen as well. So from here, we come to wlu.campus5.ca. First thing I have to do is log into the system. So again, you use your Laurier specific login information to log in. And we're now going to show you a couple of different ways that you can apply for an event. We highly recommend that you always do it this way first. When you log into the system, click on the top right, go to My Groups, click on if you're a club leader or association leader. You can only apply for events on behalf of a group if you are a leader of that group. So when you click on My Groups, then click on Group Leaderships. In this case, I have my training video, dummy club. So let's say this is the club I want to create the event for. I go to my management dashboard. Everything you always need to do on behalf of your club or association can be done from the management dashboard. So just get used to that habit. So we come in here, and my option is to click on Group Events. And now if I hit Create Event, I'm creating an event on behalf of the Training Video Club. So I hit Create Event here. The first thing I'm presented with is a variety of options in terms of what type of event I'm trying to create. So you have to tell the system, am I creating is it a meeting request? Is it a boothing request, or a regular event request? So club or association meeting is option 1, boothing request option 2, and obviously sort of regular normal event would be the third option as well. So in any of these given scenarios, you're going to have a different set of requirements and compliance checklists to complete, but I'll use one just to kind of give you a sense. So we come in, I picked, an event scenario, club or association event request. And now the first thing I'm presented with is a basic sort of starter form that the Perch system is going to use to populate your event throughout the system. We're going to use this information to populate your event homepage, your event management dashboard, your event preview window, your event, the little preview that shows up in the event calendar. All of that gets populated from this initial sort of jumping off request form. So again, you have to create you must put in a title for the event. I don't know, I'll call it meet and greet. You have to give it a proposed start and end time. This might get overridden by the event approver. If they want a different time, they'll communicate that with you as well. So I pick a time for the event, and then I pick my end time as well. Because it's a club event or a group event, the banner image for your group will auto-populate here. If you want to create a event-specific thumbnail image, we highly recommend that you add those images here as well so that your content is more engaging. You must fill out the who should attend field. So I can put, anyone must attend, or anyone can attend, or just club members, or whatever it is. I have to type something in this field. It's mandatory. Then if you want to provide even more detail, which your coordinators will very much appreciate, you can also click off from these options, and we highly recommend that you do that as well. So tell us something here quickly, anyone or club members or whatever it is, and then tell us more details by selecting options here as well. We also get into the event description here. So any mission, objective, general information about the event, promotional content, or whatever it is, you can describe all that information here using the event description. You can format it using the formatting tools. That includes including links, images, tables, whatever the case may be. Then we hit the next button. We know who you are as you're applying for the event. And we must have an event organizer on file. If you want to change that name, you can do so here. If you want to change the email address for notifications specific to this event, you can do so. If not, we're going to auto-populate this with the email address that we have on file for you. If you want to add social media links for your event, like follow buttons, then you can add them here. These could be event-specific social media pages or websites, or in this case, it's a club event, so maybe you just put your club website and social media accounts in here as well. We hit the next button again. This is the registration page. Now you must tell us, is this a drop-in event that people can just save and we don't really need to know or track attendance? Is it a registration required event where people actually have to hit a register button on this system? Or do you have an external website, maybe on Facebook or Eventbrite, that you want to use for registration? If that's the case, you pick the third option, and then you must copy and paste the link to that Eventbrite event or Facebook event or whatever the case may be here as well. Then we hit the next button. First, you got to tell us if the event is on campus or off campus, and depending on what you select, you're going to see a variety of checkboxes that you have to fill out. So on campus or off campus. And then you must tell us, what is your preferred location? I don't know, the campus pub, for example, or whatever it is. You can put in the name of it. We also highly recommend that you put a full address in for the event as well. So put in a full address so we can put a Google Map locator image on your event page. Now we get into the event requirements. And the students' union team is going to be reviewing these, whatever you check off here, to drive you to other specific forms that you have to fill out. So please tell us, what type of event is it? Social or formal? Do you need a guest speaker, competition, whatever it is? If you want to type any extra information, you have plain text fields to do that here as well. So, risk screening, am I serving alcohol or not? And then type in extra information as well. Event equipment, tell us what you need. If you need to type in extra details, you can do that as well. You hit the next button, and now to complete our event profile, we want to, again, make it easier for students to find my event on the event calendar. So what do I do to do that? I must associate it with the tagging system that the Perch has. So tell us what type of event you are, select from the drop-down menu, what category